नमस्कार. रवींद्र बोंद्रे यूट्यूब चॅनलवर आपले मी सहर्ष स्वागत करत आहे. आदर्श विद्यालय चिखली इजी टेस्ट ॲप आणि रवींद्र बोंद्रे यूट्यूब चॅनल यांच्या संयुक्त विद्यमाने आपण ऑनलाईन क्लासेस आयोजित करत आहोत. जवळपास 5 महिने झाले लॉकडाऊन सुरू आहे. आता सर्वांना कंटाळा देखील आलेला आहे, पण त्याला पर्याय नाही. अभ्यास थांबायला नको. 10वीचं वर्ष महत्त्वाचं आहे आणि म्हणून या चॅनलच्या माध्यमातून आम्हाला ऑनलाईन शिक्षण देत आहोत. सो वी हॅव सीन yesterday, we have started yesterday about life processes in living organisms. In that we have seen up to respiration. The definition of respiration we have seen. The assimilation of food with the release of energy is called respiration. We have seen. Then we have seen 2 stages of respiration: the external respiration and then cellular respiration. Types of respiration: aerobic and anaerobic. And now we are looking about respiration in aerobic organisms. Under that, the first step is glycolysis. So we shall start today about glycolysis, the first step of aerobic respiration in organisms or human beings. So what is glycolysis? So glycolysis is the conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid. The conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid is called glycolysis. Simple definition. So this is the first step. So when one molecule of glucose is oxidized, at that time 2 molecules of pyruvic acids are formed. Then along with this pyruvic acid 2 molecules of ATP are formed and 2 molecules of NADH2 are formed. So this is the conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid. So one molecule of glucose in this glycolysis is oxidized. It is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, 2 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADH2. Complete process of glycolysis takes place in cytoplasm. This process takes place in cytoplasm, and here the glucose is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, ATP and NADH2 each. The second step under this glycolysis is this pyruvic acid. This is the first stage. Second, pyruvic acid is further converted into acetyl coenzyme A. Second stage under glycolysis, this form pyruvic acid, these molecules are converted into acetyl coenzyme A. Along with this 2 molecules of NADH2, then 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. So these are 2 stages of glycolysis. The first stage, conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid along with ATP, NADH2 and water. 2 molecules of water. Then second step, this pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A, 2 molecules of NADH2 and 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. The complete step, it happens into cytoplasm. The complete process takes place into cytoplasm. That is all about glycolysis. Then second step of aerobic respiration. Second step, it is called TCA or carboxylic acid cycle, TCA or tricarboxylic acid cycle. And here this now this acetyl coenzyme A, it is formed in cytoplasm as we have seen. Now it enter in mitochondria in the cell. The second step, this acetyl coenzyme A enter in the mitochondria and then tricarboxylic acid cycle. It enters in this cycle. Now what happens? The acetyl coenzyme A enter in mitochondria and a cyclic chain of tricarboxylic acid cycle. It is a cyclic chain like this. It acts upon acetyl coenzyme A. Listen again. Acetyl coenzyme A enter in mitochondria and then a cyclic chain of tricarboxylic acid cycle act upon this acetyl coenzyme A, and step by step in cyclic manner this acetyl coenzyme A is completely oxidized into different molecules. And which are the molecules? We shall see. These molecules which are formed are NADH2, two molecules of NADH2, two molecules of FADH2. After that, carbon dioxide and water. So these are four types of molecules which are formed. So again listen. This acetyl coenzyme A, which is formed in the cytoplasm, enter into mitochondria. Then this enter in the tricarboxylic acid cycle. Second step now. What happens? Tricarboxylic acid cycle is a cyclic chain reaction. Cyclic reaction. So it enter in this cyclic chain reaction. It means acetyl coenzyme A, and this in the circular manner. It acts upon this chain and two molecules of NADH2, two molecules of FADH2, carbon dioxide and water. These complete molecules are formed. So here what happens? The acetyl part of this acetyl coenzyme A is completely oxidized. Again listen. Acetyl part of acetyl coenzyme A is completely oxidized into NADH2, FADH2, CO2 and H2O in cyclic manner, because it is a cycle, TCA cycle, and these are the products. And here this tricarboxylic acid cycle ends. So this is the second part. Then the third is called electron transport chain reaction. First step, electron transport chain reaction. This is the third step. Now these NADH2 and FADH2 molecules, which are formed in glycolysis and also in TCA cycle, they participate in electron transport chain reaction, and in this reaction each molecule of NADH2 form 3 molecules of ATP. Each molecule of FADH2 form 2 molecules of ATP. So here ATPs are formed, and after that, after formation of, along with this, each molecule of NADH2 is converted into 3 molecules of ATP. Each molecule of FADH2 is converted into 2 molecules of ATP, and along with this, ATP water molecule is also formed in this reaction. So That is all about electron transport chain reaction. So here, for a single molecule of glucose ultimately converted into carbon dioxide, water and ATP. If you write the reaction like this, aerobic reaction C6H12O6 is the formula of glucose. It is oxidized in presence of oxygen. So here oxygen to form H2O plus CO2 plus ATP. So this is the overall reaction. But this reaction takes place in 3 different steps. The first step is glycolysis, as we have seen. It takes place in cytoplasm. Second step is TCA cycle. It takes place in mitochondria. And third step is electron transport chain reaction. It also takes place in mitochondria. And here ATPs are. So glycolysis, what is glycolysis? Conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid. But along with pyruvic acid, ATP molecules, NADH2 molecules and water molecules, all 2 molecules each are formed. This process takes place in cytoplasm. Second step, in the same glycolysis, pyruvic acid is converted into acetyl coenzyme A, 2 molecules of NADH2 and 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. And then this acetyl coenzyme A enter in the second step, that is called tricarboxylic acid cycle. So this process takes place in mitochondria. A cyclic chain reaction called as tricarboxylic acid act upon this acetyl coenzyme A, and the acetyl part of this acetyl coenzyme A is completely oxidized into what is called 2 molecules of NADH2, 2 molecules of PDH2, carbon dioxide and water. And here there is the end of TCA cycle. Then the first step, electron transport chain reaction. Now the NADH2 and FADH2, these molecules which are formed in both steps, first step glycolysis, second step TCA cycle, they participate in the electron transport chain reaction, and from each NADH2 molecule 3 molecules of ATP, and from each FADH2 molecule 2 molecules of ATP are formed along with water. And here this complete end of this aerobic respiration. So if you observe overall reaction, when one molecule of glucose is oxidized by oxygen, then here water, carbon dioxide and 38 molecules of ATPs are formed. If you balance them, here carbon 6, then hydrogen 12, 6 to the 12, then oxygen 6 to 2, 12 plus 6, 18, out of 18 here 6, 6 to 2, 12. So this is the overall reaction of aerobic respiration. So that is the all about aerobic respiration along with these 3 steps. Now here glycolysis is also called EMP pathway. EMP pathway. Why? Because this glycolysis is discovered by 3 scientists collectively along with their colleagues, and these are Embeden, they are Embeden, Meyerhoff and Parson. Embeden, Meyerhoff and Parnas. along with their colleagues, and hence glycolysis is also called EMP path. Now this TCA or tricarboxylic acid cycle is also called as Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle, because Sir Hans Krebs discovered this cycle, and they got a Nobel Prize along with for this discovery, and hence it is called Krebs cycle because it is discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. So we must know their names, other names. So that is all about the aerobic respiration. Then next part, we have seen ATP is formed in every reaction. ATP is formed. What is ATP? What is the long form of ATP? How it is used? We have already heard many times about ATP. But what is ATP? So the long form of ATP, all of you know. The long form of ATP is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and this ATP is formed. This is the product of aerobic respiration. We have seen 38 molecules of ATPs are formed, and these ATP are energy rich molecules. Long form we have seen adenosine triphosphate. It is made up of 3 molecules. First is a nucleotide called adenosine. It is a type of nucleotide. Then second, a sugar called ribose. Ribose sugar. Formula of ribose sugar is C5H10O5. And third, 3 molecules of phosphate. So these are the all components of what is called adenosine triphosphate, and this ATP is prepared from adenosine ribonucleoside. Basically, ATP is prepared from adenosine ribonucleoside. Now, if you see the structure of ATP, chemical structure, then it is like this. Here there is, this is the diagram of adenosine nucleotide. Then here is a pentose sugar. Pentose means 5 corners, and it is attached to what is called 3-phosphate, because triphosphate, 3 phosphate molecules like this. So this is the diagram for ATP molecule. So here these are adenosine, then this is ribose sugar, and these are 3 phosphate molecules, and complete energy is stored in these bonds which joins the phosphate molecules. Complete energy, and these ATP molecules are present in each and every cell. Whenever required, what happens? This bond breaks and we get energy. Now what happens? If the bond breaks, then this ATP is converted into ADP. Why? Because one phosphate is less now. Bond break. Then what happens? It is called adenosine diphosphate, because phosphorus are 2. And this is the diagram for adenosine diphosphate plus 1 phosphate, because bond is broken and that bond is rich with energy, and that energy is used for our daily routine life. So that is all about ATP. Now we have seen glucose is the simple form of carbohydrate. So if suppose glucose or carbohydrate is not available, then what to do? Suppose in some conditions like hunger or starvation, we are hunger or starvation, उपास घडलेला आहे, at that time carbohydrate is not available, simple form glucose is not available in the body, at that condition, in such conditions, other sources of nutrients, these are proteins and lipids or fats, they are used as a source of energy. Then from this proteins, amino acids are formed. From these proteins, amino acids are formed, and from fats, fatty acids are formed, and then these amino acids, they are converted into acetyl coenzyme A, and fatty acids are converted into acetyl coenzyme A, and then from this acetyl coenzyme A, as we have seen in earlier process in glycolysis, tricarbonic acid cycle, and EMP and electron transport chain reaction, after formation of acetyl coenzyme A, the further reactions are same. Only difference is that instead of glucose is not available because there is no carbohydrate, then under such conditions proteins and fats are used as alternative source of energy, and these proteins are converted into amino acids, and then these amino acids are converted into acetyl coenzyme A, and then from that the NADH2, FADH2, carbon dioxide, water, ATP molecules are formed, and fats converted into fatty acids, and then these fatty acids are converted into acetyl coenzyme A, and then further reactions are same. So that is all about the aerobic respiration. So if you draw the diagram of this aerobic respiration, then the diagram is like this. We shall draw the diagram of aerobic respiration, and the diagram is like this. So this is the flow chart of aerobic respiration. The main production of energy is from carbohydrate. Simple form is glucose, which converted into pyruvic acid by glycolysis. Then acetyl coenzyme A is formed. Then it enters in Krebs cycle. Then ultimately carbon dioxide, water, and energy means ATP is formed. If carbohydrates are not available, then lipids and proteins act as source of energy. Lipids convert into fatty acids, and then acetyl coenzyme A, and then the further processes are same. Proteins convert into amino acids, and amino acid into coenzyme A, and further processes are same. So that is all about the respiration, and this respiration is aerobic respiration. Now some questions are there asked. The first question is, what is NADH2? NADH2 and FADH2 both are coenzymes, and they take part in the aerobic respiration, or we shall see respiration. We can say respiration. Both are coenzymes. The long form of NADH2 is nicotinamide NaDH2, nicotinamide dinucleotide, and then FADH2, flavin dinucleotide. So these are NADH2 and FADH2. NADH2 is nicotinamide dinucleotide, FADH2 is flavin dinucleotide, and both are coenzymes. Second question, what is FADH2? We have seen what is NADH2, what is FADH2. Then third question, what is glycolysis? Already we have seen the definition of glycolysis at the start of this topic. Then next question, what is the other name for tricarboxylic acid? The founder of this tricarboxylic, name of the scientist who found this reaction, we have seen already. Which is the energy currency of cell? Means energy currency of cell means we have already seen structure, the part or molecule which store energy or which is energy rich substance, that is called energy currency of cell. And the last question, how does energy is obtained during starvation or hunger? Just we have seen. So that is all about aerobic respiration in human beings. Then anaerobic respiration we shall see tomorrow. Till then, goodbye and thanks. If you like our video, then like it and subscribe it. Thanks.